Hello everyone, how's it going? In this video I want to take a closer look at Dragon Utopias, simply because they're so game changing, and it kind of ties in with one of the next videos that I have on artifacts, and it ties in a lot with the player versus element, the PvE layout. So there's two schools of thought in my opinion when it comes to Dragon Utopia placement. The one that you will most likely see people do is high conflict area placement. So I've got player 1, nope, not that. He's got player 1, player 2, player 3, and player 4, all rushing this central area. So it would stand to reason that if you place a Dragon Utopia down right in the middle, then it's simply survival of the fittest, and whoever gets there first gets a considerable advantage over everyone else. If we take a look at what the Dragon Utopia has, you've got a 30% chance for your reward to be 20 grand gold, 1 treasure, minor, major, relic, 30% for 1 minor, major, and 2 relics, 30% for 1 major and 3 relics, and a 10% chance of 4 relics. Now the relics, which we'll take a look at in not the next video, but the one after that, if an object is boosting 2 different primary stats, it's probably a relic. You also have all 4 of your tomes, and you have a lot of the stuff that makes up what's that artifact called? The Titans set. So the huge amounts to one stat, but a subtraction of the other. You have very, very powerful artifacts in your relics. So the fact that you have a chance to get 4 of them means that whoever gets to that Dragon Utopia first is probably going to win the game, to be honest. It, as far as balancing goes, isn't ideal, but it does add in a random effect to your game, so that if you balance everything else out but you allow everyone to rush the Dragon Utopia, well, okay, that's how your map is defined. I'm kind of not a fan of high conflict area utopias, just because they favor the earlier game towns more. If you can get there first, you're the one that's rewarded. Now granted, you have to fight a lot of dragons in order to get this, so it doesn't necessarily reward the early game towns, but I don't know. It's sometimes I'll include them, most of the time I won't. Typically where I will have Dragon Utopias are the far away neutral areas. So typically tucked away in a corner. It'd probably make more sense, instead of directly in the high conflict area, we keep it back in this corner, and the pathing does allow me to place it right there. So now it's still high conflict, but red and tan can get to it very fast. However, Necropolis still has to only go through 2, and the Conflux is the worst position to benefit from this. However, the Conflux is also going to probably have to build up the most in order to even challenge the Dragon Utopia, so I'm not too worried about them being the weakest or the farthest away. So the placement for your Dragon Utopia, if you want to encourage players to thrash each other, you put it in your high conflict areas, and your map will probably end soon after that. If you want a more explorative feel to your map, you want to keep it away from the high conflict areas, because once someone gets that Dragon Utopia, and if they got lucky, and they fought at least 2 black dragons, then they're going to have a couple of relics and they'll be able to start pushing towards your base. So it's really a matter of you as the map maker wanting to decide the pacing of your map. Do you want it to end faster? High profile Dragon Utopia. You want it to end slower? Tuck it away in a corner somewhere. Other than that, there's not that much to consider. Just keep in mind that the relics and gold inside usually allow you to start rushing the other players. So that does it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and like, comment, or subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.